You've been climbing all season. Diamond went fine. Mythic took a week and it hurt, but it went. Then you hit Legendary, and something changes that nobody warns you about, and you feel it before you can name it. You win 3, you lose 3, and you're further back than you started. So you do what everybody does. You blame the teammates, you blame the maps, you blame the meta. And nobody tells you the actual thing, which is that the game stopped paying you more for winning 12 ranks ago, and it kept raising the price of a loss the whole way up. The reward for a win and the penalty for a defeat are both printed for every rank in the mode. Almost nobody has lined those two columns up next to each other. I did. One number in that table never moves, and once you see which one, the wall you've been hitting has a shape. Let's do the whole table first, because you should have all of it before I argue with any of it. Ranked has 22 ranks. Bronze Eye at the bottom, Pro at the top, and each one sits on an elo floor. Bronze Eye starts at 0. Pro starts at 11,250. You move between them by gaining elo for a win and losing elo for a defeat, and the size of both depends on which rank you're standing in when the match ends. Now the win column, and stay with me because it's the whole video. In Bronze, a win pays 100 elo. In Gold, a win pays 100. In Diamond, 100. In Mythic, 100. In Legendary and Masters at Pro, a win pays 100 elo. It never changes. Not once across all 22 ranks. Now the defeat column, and watch it move. In Bronze, a defeat costs you nothing at all. 0. You can queue into Bronze, lose every game you play for a week, and the ladder will not move you backwards by a single point. Then it starts. At Silver Eye, a defeat costs you 10, which is the first time the mode charges you anything. From there it climbs on almost every rank. By Gold Eye, a defeat is costing 40. Halfway up Diamond, that's 60, and the losses have started to matter more than a session of wins. Mythic 2 charges 80. And from Legendary 2 upward, a defeat costs 100, which is exactly what a win pays. There's a third column almost nobody looks at, and it's the draw. In Bronze, a draw pays 80 elo, which is nearly a win. Silver Eye 70. It falls every rank after that, and at Diamond Eye it hits 0 and stays there. Above Diamond, a drawn game pays you nothing. So the reward is a flat line, and every other column slopes down. Hold on to that, because you can do arithmetic with it that Supercell have never done on camera. Here's what that table lets you calculate, and I've not seen anybody do it. If a win pays you a certain amount, and a defeat costs you a certain amount, there's a win rate where you stop moving. You break even. It's one division, the loss over the win plus the loss. That number is the percentage of games you have to win just to stand still. Run it down the ladder and the shape is brutal. In Bronze, break even is 0%. A defeat costs nothing, so you literally cannot go backwards. And every player who has ever complained about a Bronze Smurf is complaining about a rank with no downside in it at all. Silver Eye is where the meter starts, and it's 9%. Win a tenth of your games and you hold your place. Gold Eye asks for 29%, still barely a third. By Gold to 3, it's 33%, which is the number worth saying out loud. Win one game in 3 down there and you are still going up. Then the middle of the ladder tightens. Diamond the 3 wants 41%. Mythic 3 wants 47%, and by that point the cushion is basically gone. And then Legendary 2, where it hits 50%. 50% is the wall. From Legendary 2 all the way to Pro, break even is exactly 50 and it never moves again. Every rank below that, the game was subsidizing you. Every rank above it, it isn't. Sit with what that does to a climb. In Gold, you were allowed to lose 2 games out of every 3 and still go up. In Legendary 2, you're allowed to lose half, and half means standing still. To actually climb, you have to beat the room, every session, with nothing underneath you. And there's a nastier version at the very top. The same table prints a minimum gain and a minimum loss, which is the floor on how much a single game can move you. At Pro, the smallest possible reward for a win is 50. The smallest possible punishment for a defeat is 110. The floor of a punishment is more than double the floor of a reward. Down in Bronze, the floor of a punishment is 0. Now the arithmetic stops being theory, because the same table records how many players reached each rank. Season 46 ran in June. 9.7 million players got to Gold to 3. 3.3 million got to Mythic Eye, 521,900 got to Legendary Eye, and 9720 got to Legendary 2. Legendary Eye to Legendary 2 is one division wide, and 82% of the players standing there never cross it. That's the single biggest cull on the whole ladder, outside the tiny professional tip. Now put the culls next to the defeat column, because they're sitting on top of each other. Mythic Eye to Mythic 2, the defeat value goes from 70 to 80. 59% of the players never make that step. Legendary Eye to Legendary 2, the defeat value goes from 90 to 100. 82% never make that one. The 2 biggest walls on the ladder land exactly where the price of losing goes up, and the bigger of them lands on the precise division where break-even reaches 50%. Keep going and it gets absurd. Masters Eye holds 23,960 players. Set that against the 9.7 million who reached Gold to 3, and it's 0.25%. Pro holds 383 people, same denominator, and that works out at 0.0039%. There's one more gate, and it's got nothing to do with how good you are. Ranked doesn't only ask you to win. At certain ranks, it asks what you own. The mode's own rules are blunt about it. In Ranked, brawlers below power level 9 cannot be played. In Mythic ranks and above, brawlers below power level 11 cannot be played. Then the queue requirements land on top, and they get stricter in the same places the ELO does. Diamond is the first one. The rule reads, it is required to have at least 9 power level 9 brawlers to queue. So the mode checks your collection before it checks your aim. Mythic raises it, and a maxed brawler is what it wants now. That rule reads, it is required to have at least 12 power level 11 brawlers to queue. So the mode is asking for a dozen finished projects sitting on the account before it will let you queue at all. And Masters takes your team off you entirely, because up there players can only queue solo. No duo, no trio, no friend who covers your worst map. Just you. So around Mythic there's a second climb running in parallel, and it isn't a skill climb. Supercell do soften it. You get 3 trial brawlers free every season, maxed, and they count toward the requirement, so the real ask is 9 of your own. Fine, that's still 9 brawlers at power 11, and I'm not going to hand you a percentage of players who have that, because nobody publishes one, and I'd be making it up. But notice where the gate sits. It sits at Mythic, which is the same neighborhood where the defeat column starts climbing, and the draw column has already died. The skill wall and the collection wall are stacked in the same place, so when you hit both at once it feels like one thing. It's 2. Let's land this, because you're holding something different than you were 7 minutes ago. First, the honest limit, and I'd rather say it than have you find it. Supercell published no ELO table, no break-even curve, and no rank distribution. Every figure I've quoted comes from the community wiki, which pulls them out of the client and out of Supercell's own season posts. It's the best record that exists, and it's a community record rather than an official one, and you should hold it that way. The population numbers are a season 46 snapshot from June, so they've drifted since. Second, break-even is the shape of the ladder, not a promise about your next match. Those are standard values, and real elo swings with how strong the lobby is. What the table tells you is which direction the ladder leans, and it leans harder against you at every rank. Third, stop reading a bad session as a verdict on your skill. In Gold, a 40% win rate climbs. In Legendary 2, a 49% win rate falls. Same player, same skill, opposite outcomes. And the thing that changed was the rank you're standing in. And the ask goes to Supercell, not to you. Put the table in the game. Show me the elo I gained, the elo I lost, and the win rate I'd need at my current rank to hold my place. They already compute all 3. Printing the third one on the results screen would cost a line of text, and it would tell millions of players something true. The ladder got more expensive, and it never said so. The game stopped paying you more for winning 12 ranks ago. It just kept charging you more to lose.